Hi everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly Tea Time and a Card. Just be patient with me for just a second. I'm trying to go in on my iPad. I can never see your comments. So I'm trying to go in by signing in to Chrome to see if I can bring it up on Facebook this way. And this might not work. No, I'm going to have to go back in the other way. Okay, hold on. I'm almost there. Groups. I need to find out why my iPad does that. I don't know why. I can't, when you guys start chatting, I can't see the comments. They appear for just a few seconds and then they go away. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to have to research that some more. So welcome. I am doing a card fold today. Before I show you that, for those of you that belong to my Stampin' Ink Designs group on Facebook right here, if you don't belong there, you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you find us. I have group activities every month, and we just finished a mystery stamping, and this is the card that I created. Everybody had different cards because I didn't tell them what designer paper I was using, or the image right here, or the sentiment. So everybody had different cards, and thank you for those of you that participated. I loved seeing your cards. So what I did is I stretched this card over 5 days, and I presented some clues every day. Like the first clue was these 2 layers and a designer paper layer, I think. The second day, or the second day was the designer paper up here. Third day was the designer paper fold, so it's a drapery fold. And I know some of you guys said that you folded yours backwards, which it looked fine, but the object of folding it this way is so that the pattern on side number 2 peeks through right here, so you can see both patterns. But I think you guys had a lot of fun. I'll do this again. I know you liked doing this one. I have something planned for next month already. Now let me show you, let me clear my counter. I am using the Playing in the Rain bundle. Now I just want to make sure that you guys are there. Okay, I can see you guys. See, when I swipe over, it shows up and then it just pops away. So, and then that comes with the Playing in the Rain dies. I'm also using the deckled dies, and I'm using number 4 and number 5, and I've already pre-cut, so I'll show you what those look like. And then look at these pretty embellishments. These are the loose daisy embellishments. So if you buy the whole Playing in the Rain suite, you get these plus the stamp set and dies, and then you get the designer paper also. Now I've used quite a bit of my paper. I have like 1 sheet of each left. Now what's neat about the pattern side that has images, these are all embossed, so they're shiny. I hope I can pick that up on the camera. We've got raindrops, very shiny. They're all clear embossed. There's some little cute characters. More raindrops. And this is where I get the turtle for the card that I just showed you. The dies cut most of these characters out, but these are also embossed. And then this is the sheet that I've used the most. I only have this small piece left. So let me just quickly show you side number 2. Look at the pretty colors. Nice spring colors. And then this one here that I've gone through most of it already. So that's all part of the collection. Now the card I'm showing you tonight, I'm going to show you one that I have all done, but it was from a shoebox swap that I did with 2 of my friends. All of our names start with D, so I call us the 3 Ds. This one was made by Debbie Clark. It's got a belly band, and this was the owl image from Celebration. I'm not replicating this card. I'm doing, of course, the rain or shine. It's a belly band that slides off, and then you have these 2 flaps on the front, and then this opens this way again. So the card base is a flat piece. You have this in the middle that opens, and then the two flaps, and then this goes over to hold it closed. Now the one I'm going to make, I'm going to show you. So same idea, just using a different bundle. So there's my little fox image. I've already cut him out. There's the little flowers I just showed you. And then the belly band slides off. We've got the two flaps. This pretty paper on the front. Open up. So isn't that cute? So this is the one I'm making with you tonight. So let me go ahead and give you all the measurements. I'm using Mango Melody 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. No, wait a minute. I gave you the wrong measurement. This is layer number 2. I need a bigger ruler. I should start with layer number 1. Let's scratch all that over. We're going to start over. This is the card base. 5 1/4 by 4, Cajun Craze. This one's a little smaller because it has to fit on this one. So when you cut it, it's 10 1/2 by 4, scored at 5 1/4. So one size down. Okay, so that's all folded and ready to go. Here's a 12" by 1" piece designer paper. Now I gotta get my ruler out again. Basic white, 3 3/4 by 5. Same measurement for the designer paper. I just wanted to use this one because it has a little scenery thing going on. And then these are for the two flaps, 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. You need 2 pieces. These are the two deckled. Oh, I guess I didn't use the deckled on the first one. I made this like 3 weeks ago, you guys. Cajun Craze, 3 7/8 by 2 1/2. And here's the deckled. If you don't have these, I'll give you the measurements. So you can always just cut a piece of cardstock. Mango Melody 3 1/2 by 2 3/16. So you could do 2 1/4. And then I've already gone ahead and cut the little fox image out with the die from the designer paper. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, let me get a couple pieces out. We're going to use a scoring tool. And I always like to remind you, I have a black permanent marker line right on the 6" because I'm scoring this diagonally. This is perfect to line this up on. So about once a year, I have to highlight this again just to make it stand out a little more. Okay, so we're going to score both of these. Diagonal just once. There's my second one. That's all the scoring we're going to do. Now this is the piece that's going to be glued to the card base, but we need to add the flaps to the back first. So I'm going to bring in some liquid glue. First of all, I need to use my bone folder. I want to make sure these are nice and flat. This was a fun card to create. We had a lot of fun with this at the shoebox swap. So I'm going to add liquid glue just to the one flap that's going to go on the back. We're going to do that to both pieces. And you know what? I don't know what this card fold is called, but I called it a double flap card fold. We're going to put this even with the edge, and I'm eyeballing right here and right here to make sure the distance is the same. I'm going to fold it over. So there's the first one. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. And again, pay attention to right here. Make sure it's evenly spaced. So there's the flap portion already. Look how quick that was. Now we're going to glue the whole thing to that card base. There's a little bit of bumps here, so I'm going to add some additional adhesive. Now this is going to go right in the center, and you're going to have a 1/4 inch around all 4 sides. Okay, so this is how this is going to close, and then this like so. So let's go ahead and do the inside first. I'm going to flip that open so you can see what it looks like. I didn't put a sentiment, I just did the flowers. Let me grab a fresh new sheet. Cajun Craze is the ink I'm using today. That's the only ink. And then this flower image from the stamp set. And all I'm going to do is go straight across. I'm going to go off the side. And I'm just going to line those flowers up. Okay, that was easy. And for those of you that are on Facebook watching, if you comment, all the comments, I compile all the comments the next morning and I draw a name, so you win one of these cards tonight. Okay, so there's my inside. Nice and quick. The next layer is going to be quick also because I'm just adding the designer paper, my little scenery. Another quick card once you have everything all cut out. And you guys, I love it when you post pictures on Facebook of the cards that you make. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put this back on just so you can see how it works. We're going to work on the layers. So I'm going to glue, actually before I glue that, I'm going to do the sentiment. Cajun Craze right at the top. You can put the sentiment at the bottom if you want. And then we're going to add our little critter with dimensionals. And let me see, you know what? I'm working on a card for next week. It's going to be another card fold, you guys. Another new one that I just found out. I don't know about you guys, but I go on Pinterest to get a lot of my ideas, and also as demonstrators, we have a demonstrator planning place, it's called, where we can find a lot of ideas there too. Okay, now I have the little flowers on the umbrella, and I just used glue dots. The glue dots are a little bit wider, so what I do is I put it on. Whoops, that one didn't stay on. I put the glue dot on first and then I smush it on the side so it doesn't stick out. So there's one. I try to find the bigger flowers. There's two sizes in there. The bigger ones, there's not much sticking out, just a little tiny bit. If you find when you're doing this that, let's say some of the glue dot sticks out and it's sticky, what I normally do is take my embossing buddy and I just pounce on the glue dot to make it unsticky. Okay, let me see if I can find another white, the larger one. Here's my third one. So it takes the stickiness out. Okay, I'm going to cover this so I don't send them flying everywhere. Now we're going to glue this flat to the Cajun Craze layer. This would make a nice trade card for the trade card swaps that we do as well. Okay, now the belly band, how I did it, I wrapped it all around loosely so that it'll slide off and on. So just kind of center that, flip it over. I'm not measuring. I'm just making sure it's nice and loose. I'm going to add adhesive to this end and this end. I just wanted to make sure it was going to fit. Okay, and again, it's loose so that you can, whoops, did I glue it to the back? There we go. I have a little bit of adhesive on the back. There we go. Okay, there we go. Let's put this back in the middle. Now we only want to add adhesive to the middle of the designer paper. Don't go off too much to the side. You don't want it to show. And I am looking at right here to make sure that it's lined up correctly. And look how cute and quick that was. And I'm going to bring the other one back in so you can see that version, because I know a lot of you guys got the owl set. I should show you what we did on the inside. So we have the little owl there. Whoops. So let me fold that one back up and put the belly band on. It'll give you another idea. You can always go back to the video. And I'm going to open up one of these so you can see what the inside looks like. So again, I will pick a name tomorrow morning, announce the winner on Facebook. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Another quick card. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks to Deb Clark for the idea. Have a good night, everyone. See you next week.